Once between the eyes. Your husband is a fine shot.
Elizabeth, if you please, I need a sheaf of paper.
One moment, Captain. For the bigger pot, you must bring me a beaver pelt. If you want the pistol, I'm afraid I'm going to have to remove these. Are you sure you want the pistol? We've struck a bargain then. Do you have enough ink, Taylor?
Yes, quite, Elizabeth. Although I could use an additional supply of quill pens. Why, you little thief. You made a sorry mistake assaulting an English officer. It's on with you!
Guards! Hawkeye!
Arrest the savage! Get him! Hang it over the wall! Got him!
Taylor, please do not start a war over a pot.
Those soldiers know an Indian struck an officer. I cannot afford to let that action go unpunished. They must see him brought to justice, or I assure you, they will follow suit. Now, Hawkeye.
Captain,
You are a respected member of the Delaware Nation.
you brought me here to tell me something I already know.
The Delaware, you have a treaty with us.
You want me to go after Claw?
You have a treaty with us. Honor it.
It's not my business to mend your wounded pride.
This is a matter of justice.
You shouldn't have touched this woman, Taylor. You touch a Delaware's woman, you're asking for a fight.
And you may tell that to the presiding judge at the Court of Inquiry. If you do not help, I shall send a detachment to enforce the law, and I fear blood will flow.
Come now, Taylor. Monroe's gone with most of your men. You take a detachment out of this fort, you won't have enough redcoats left to man the stockade. Which side of the fort do you plan on leaving unguarded?
Will you retrieve that felon?
Taylor, if you do take Claw, what do you intend to do with him?
Give him a fair trial. I mean to give the frontier an example of His Majesty's justice. I am not blind, Hawkeye. I know I need the friendship of the Delaware, but I also need the respect.
And who will sit in judgment?
The senior officer of the fort presides.
And I suppose that means you.
In Colonel Monroe's absence, yes.
In this king's court, will the word of a Delaware hold the same weight as that of an Englishman?
Hawkeye, every man is equal before the law.
All right. I will bring Claw back to trial on one condition.
And what is that?
You don't try him until Colonel Monroe returns.
Justice must be swift.
Your word, Captain. Monroe sits in judgment.
You have my word.
Why have you come?
Come to take you back to the fort, to answer to the English law.
Claw, I saw what happened with my own eyes. Taylor was at fault. I'm sure that we can make the Colonel understand. And here, as a token of my goodwill and support, I offer these cooking pots to your wife.
They think they can buy the Delaware with pots. Bagwamase, Tidli, Wichugamet.
What does he say?
He asked Chingachgook why he does the white man's bidding.
We are allies. In their camp, we are bound by their laws.
Do not speak to me of allies. The enemy of the English is not my enemy. The French and the English are at war, but they are both the same to me. White. White brings us pots and guns and speaks sweet words. I would give White all of my knives and pots and blankets to go away. But White will not go away. White will stamp out tribal fires. White will leave us beggars and cripples in our own land. We must fight now while we are still strong. We must drive White from our land.
Have I not been true to the Delaware? Claw, before you lead these people down the road to destruction, you should see what I have seen. I have seen a single camp of the English called Boston. This one camp could swallow all the Delaware campfires and still hunger for more. I have seen their many great canoes that are pushed by the wind, can travel for days without seeing land. And each canoe can hold 40 cannon. Have you got a single canoe that can hold one cannon? You cannot stop the white man.
When I see the white men, I see no canoe with 40 cannon. I see white men who cannot stalk a deer nearly as well as a Delaware child. So let us stalk them.
If you kill one white man, 4 more will come.
4 more come, 4 more die.
And then there will be 40 and 400 and 4,000.
If the Delaware cannot make peace with the English and learn how to share their land, they will have no destiny.
You are as white as the English woman. You call yourself Delaware to betray us.
So you see how it is? You hate the whites, yet you fight with their weapons.
I don't need white steel to crush your skull.
I have no quarrel with you, but I gave my word to bring you back to the English.
Well, here I am, Hawkeye. Take me.
Stop! If you want to kill a Delaware, then kill me.
Chingachgook, help me take him back to the fort. These men will listen to you.
No, Hawkeye. We are here to enforce the peace, not start a war.
Hawkeye! Kill me while you can, or I'll peel the white skin off your friends and leave their carcasses for the wolves.
To the wolves, red skin tastes the same as white claw.
Chingachgook, you could have taken him. The other warriors, they would not have questioned your authority.
Claw only speaks what the Delaware feel in their heart. You cannot feel because you are English-born. You cannot dream of a time before the English.
You feel it in your heart?
I have heard the stories of when the Delaware walked alone on his land. I believe them. How is it true the English have a canoe with 40 cannon?
Halt! Order your fire! Up!
Halt. State your business.
Taylor knows my business.
Shoulder your fire! Up! Right goes to the right. To the right. Right. Turn to the left.
Are you guarding Taylor from the world or the world from Taylor?
You may answer.
Order your fire! Up!
Hawkeye, I trust the prisoner is intact?
Old Claw's in one piece, all right.
Very good.
Except I don't have him.
And why is that, may I ask?
Let's just say he declined my invitation.
I was not aware that you were offering him a choice in the matter.
I wasn't.
Ah. Well, you disappoint me. Your persuasive powers are legendary.
Well, now, I could bring him in and start a war, or I could leave him be. And I didn't see that a war would do anyone any good.
If they refuse to obey the crown, they place themselves in a state of rebellion.
You might say that. I'd say give them a chance to cool down. They'll see where their interests lie.
A noble sentiment, but weak. And I fear weakness breeds a fatal disrespect. If they do not obey the law willingly, they must do so by force.
Claw's got them convinced, Captain, that you're the devil. The worst thing you could do right now is prove him right.
No, the worst thing I could do is to pander in the king's name to a gang of savages.
Well, the king might be mighty proud to hear you say that. But I wonder how he's going to feel when you start a war that you haven't got the fighting men to finish.
I'll never get away with it. What's holding you back, Peef? Scared of a woman?
This hide will not buy you a measure of powder, Zapatas. You know that. You must bring me more hide.
No powder, no hunt, no hides, no meat. Zapata starve.
Well, I'll mark down your debt.
You never give me no powder on credit, Miss Shields.
That's because you still have all your teeth.
Can't catch game with my teeth.
You shouldn't be giving Zapatas no powder, no how. Everybody's saying the Delaware is going to start shooting at us any minute.
Zapatas would not shoot at me.
I didn't say he'd hit you. If he could hit you, you wouldn't need to buy his powder on credit.
Here, bring me 3 beaver pelts. And pay me a farthing, or put it back, Peavy.
Miss Shields, I was...
Good morning, trading woman.
Sorry, Miss Shields.
Here, a gift for Catelyn from the kind Master Peavy. How is she doing, Oskichin?
She will not eat. She coughs much. Her ear makes her cry. I need the tobacco to blow in her ear.
But that is the Delaware way. I think you could also use a comfit poultice.
Excuse me, Elizabeth. Escort these Delaware from the fort.
But these people have done nothing wrong.
I am aware of that, Elizabeth, but we must take precautions. From this moment, no Delaware is allowed to set foot in Fort Bennington.
Taylor?
Your men are forcing the Delaware from the fort.
That is correct.
These are Delaware from my camp.
You will have to leave as well, Chingachgook.
You have a treaty with these people.
The security of the fort must be my first concern.
Now you're behaving as badly as Claw.
I mean to teach a lesson. Let them live without our sugar and our salt, and pots and blankets. Let them hunt without powder and ball.
Fine, you'll just push them into the arms of the French.
If I remember their credo correctly, all white men are devils.
The English have made them used to English ways. You are condemning them to want and privation.
These damnable Delawares condemn themselves.
You're speaking to a Delaware.
I am of the Wolf clan. As they live, I live.
Then you will have a cold and hungry winter.
Chingachgook.
You are white, Hawkeye. When trouble comes, you will find no place with the red man.
Taylor Shields, you're a damn fool.
Elizabeth, I lack your touching naivete, but I do what must be done. I was not sent here by King George so that Indian children would make up songs about me. Secure the main gate.
Yes, sir. Sergeant Wood, close the gates. Secure the main gate. Sir.
Taylor's infected with the same madness of Claw.
You are my brother, Hawkeye. And my brother's always welcome at my fire.
There's no entry here.
Please, let me speak to the trading woman.
The trading woman has nothing to say to you.
She is a friend of the Delaware. I know she will speak with me. Please, the trading woman will help me. Catelyn cannot walk. Her legs are cold. Please.
Shoo! Be off with you.
Oskichin. Oskichin. Meet me around the back of the fort.
Oskichin. We are friends.
Fire! 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 At the tank! McKinney, Peavy, man the pump! Young, stand at your post! Stocker, at your post! I'm rushing to get the fire going! Move, man the bucket! Make haste! Make haste!
Get a new handle from the trading post! Hurry!
Hawkeye, they're in the fort.
Can't find the handle!
Peavy, I told you to run!
Sergeant.
Sir.
What is the state of our armaments?
3 muskets, sir. 2 horns of powder.
3 muskets! How did you allow such a catastrophe?
You ordered us to man the buckets, sir.
So I did. How many soldiers are missing?
All accounted for, sir.
Set up camp at the tavern.
Yes, sir.
Chingachgook. Okay, you have captured 2 of the rebels. Good. Summon your tribe. Bring us blankets, food, and arms, and together we will take back the fort and punish this scurvy scoundrel Claw.
Bomus. Sawunamuk. Megawa ni. Nyane. Mewat in.
Speak English. What did he say?
He said he regrets to inform you that his people don't have enough powder and blankets to share. What they do have, they will need for the cold, hungry winter. He also has nothing to say to you.
Chingachgook speaks fairly, Hawkeye. I will admit, I behaved like a fool, but we are in the midst of a crisis. We must put aside the past.
His people don't forget as readily as you do, Taylor.
If Claw unites the Delaware behind him, we will both be the losers.
If his people see the English so weak and so naked, they will find truth in Claw's words. Chingachgook can't lead where none will follow.
My violin. My amati.
Sergeant,
Are McKinney and Peavy accounted for?
Can't say that they are, ma'am.
But they were at the fort manning the buckets.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but we were all fighting the fire. It could be they got trapped back there.
Where's Taylor? Taylor! I think that the boys may still be inside the fort.
And what would you have me do?
I would expect that you would get them out of there, safely.
Forgive me for appearing callous, but I am more concerned with regaining my fort than the recovery of your two cretinous assistants.
If they were trapped, they were only trying to help you fight the fire.
No, Elizabeth, if they were trapped, it was because they lacked the sense to get out when they had the opportunity.
Please, Taylor, can't you do something?
What I intend to do is to drive those savages from the fort. Now, perhaps in the process, Masters McKinney and Peavy will be freed. Or not, as the case may be. But neither circumstance will significantly change the outcome of this war.
Anything strike you as peculiar, Chingachgook?
Yes. What use does Claw have for a fort?
I can understand him taking the fort, but why doesn't he just burn it down?
Perhaps, when he has celebrated his victory, he will.
Claw cares nothing for your life. Why does he try to kill you?
I have heard Husa tell his exploits in council. He is a brave man.
He will die before he betrays Claw.
We were at peace with the English. Claw destroyed that peace. He is a traitor to the Delaware. You cannot betray a traitor.
You speak the truth. But Husa is deaf to the truth. Claw is sick with hate. He suffers from the same sickness.
Still, Husa is an honorable man, a brave man.
We must get him to reveal Claw's intentions.
What shall we devise that will make Husa's name ring from the council fires?
I hear the Huron slit a man's belly and pull out the intestine.
I hear they fix it to a tree and chase the man around the tree.
To see how many times it'll go around.
When I am through with him, I will split his skull. You may wash your hands with his brains.
It is true I once shared Claw's sickness.
Is your daughter safe?
She is of no concern to you.
You know better than that. You took advantage of my concern for her.
It was a necessary thing to do.
Betrayal is never necessary. I've been a friend to you and to your people.
Exactly. They are my people, not yours.
So you agree with Claw, then? That there can be no friendship between us?
I believe that sooner or later, your people are going to destroy mine.
That's Claw talking, not you.
He only speaks what the rest of us know to be true. Your kind and my kind cannot be friends.
What about Hawkeye and Chingachgook? There were never two closer friends that'd be willing to die for each other. Oskichin. If they can be friends, so can you and I. White woman. An Indian woman.
This is truth. You are white. I am Delaware. Nothing can change this.
Is this one of the rebels?
Was. Had a change of heart. Stopped by on his way into the fort to talk to us.
His way in?
He had a little visit with the French.
The French?
I was sent to summon them.
To the fort. Claude plans to deliver the fort to the French.
And the French will give him 2 cannon. Claus says with 2 cannon, the whole Delaware nation will rally to his totem.
Great God Almighty.
Claus says let English and French kill each other. Who is left alive, the Delaware will destroy with their cannon.
Well, the French already on the move.
They're half a day's march away.
Half a day to retake the fort with 3 musket.
Captain,
Elizabeth, please, not now.
I know where to find muskets and powder. I have a cache hidden.
Elizabeth!
Well, you have developed this nasty habit of requisitioning my weapons.
Only in times of pressing urgency.
This is such a time, and I offer them to you.
Well, what are they?
Well, they're at the trading post. But they're well hidden. I doubt that Claw has discovered them yet.
But he sits atop them nonetheless. Thank you, Elizabeth. But it is too little too late. How can we get them? How can we assault the fort even with a dozen muskets?
Captain, there is one way.
Speak out.
You have your men stand ready in the forest at the rear of the fort.
My wardrobe.
Now who holds the fort? English?
Oh, my God.
Songs will be sung of our victory by our children and our children's children. But we don't want your fort. We do not wish to live behind pointed sticks like rabbits in a hole. That's the English way, the white way. The way of... This is the English banner, a symbol of their empire.
Get the weapons.
This is the English soldier.
I'm not no soldier, actually.
He looks big. He looks strong. Clark!
These boys are weak. Even among the Delaware, there are such weaklings. What does it prove to kill men like these?
Because they are white.
You want to show the weakness of the white man. Why not kill me?
You? You are worse than the English. The English are what they are. They do not say they're something that they're not. But you say you're a Delaware, but you are no more Delaware than a wolf, or a bear, or a tree.
When we last met, I had no quarrel with you. But now you've gone and made it personal.
You shame my people with your lies. And now you will die for it.
We'll let the knife tell us who's the true Delaware.
The muskets.
Right there. Follow you.
Kill Hawkeye!
You are all prisoners of His Majesty King George.
Next time I say run, you run.
Kill me, Hawkeye. I want to die by the hand of a Delaware.
So now I'm a Delaware.
Fight like one.
You fight like a brave man. If you die, you'll die according to the law. It's over, Claw.
I have traded with those people. They would not hurt us.
They are traitors all, and they must die.
They were led astray. Claw was a hard man not to follow. And you pushed him into their arms.
They must be an example.
Claw is your example. Kill the rest, and it will only show the English to be harsh and vengeful.
Proceed, Mr. Hopkins. Halt! Turn halt! Halt! Right!
The Delaware would do the same.
Would they, Hawkeye?
No.
Do you see, Taylor? Even the heathen Delaware show mercy.
The Delaware would take them and make them slaves.
Really? That alternative I had not considered.
Prepare for volley fire!
Slaves who could work hard, become trustworthy, become full members of the tribe.
How can anyone trust these men again?
Chingachgook, would you take these men into your tribe?
Yes, they are brave warriors. Good men to make us strong.
Make, ready, peas out.
You could use them, Taylor, when the French come.
That'll be quite enough, Mr. Hopkins. Have the men stand down.
As they were. Recover.
Get them out of my sight. And if I hear one word of rebellion from any of them, one whisper, I will shoot the man myself.
Claw was a dangerous man, and yet I fear there is truth in his words. If I were a Delaware betrayed and exploited by the likes of Taylor Shields, would I not also long for the white men to leave? Why can't we act in such a way that the Delaware would welcome us as brothers, as they welcome Hawkeye?